Is Paris really expensive? Can you actually do a Christmas trip to Paris from the UK without emptying your bank account? Well, we tested it. We traveled from London to Paris from 24th to 28th of December, took an early morning Eurostar, stayed near the Eiffel Tower, visited Disneyland Paris, drank the most famous hot chocolate in Paris, and I tracked every single pound we spent. So in this video, I am breaking down the travel cost, hotel cost, food cost, Christmas market spending, and all the hidden charges you need to know about. So without further delay, let's start from the very beginning. We took the 6:30 am Eurostar from London so that we could reach Paris by 10:20 am. Cost £150 per person return journey. So for two people, it was £300 in total. We arrived at the Paris Gare du Nord station around 10:20 am. First thing we did, bought the Paris Day Pass. I suggest installing it prior to the travel. We then headed straight to our hotel. So we had booked Iclo Paris Hotel for 2 nights, 24th to 26th of December. It costed us £115 total for 2 nights. And wait, we had a view of Eiffel Tower from our window. Budget hotel, Eiffel Tower view on Christmas. That felt illegal for the price. We arrived at around 11:30 am and needed early check-in. So for early check-in we paid €12 and city tax for 2 days was €10. Total extra paid at the reception €22, which was approx £19.61. Important tip: city tax is almost always collected separately at reception in Paris. It's not always included in your booking price, so don't get surprised. After freshening up, we were starving. We found a nearby Italian place called Restaurant Italia. We ordered 1 pizza, 1 pasta. Total bill came around €28.80, which is approximately £25.22. Now, I don't know if Italians would approve of calling it authentic, but trust me, it was good. And honestly, for the Paris pricing, very reasonable. Next stop, Louvre Museum. We took the bus because the fare was included in our day pass. Highly recommend taking the bus at least once because you get to see the beautiful Parisian streets along the way. Confession time, we did not go inside the museum because museums aren't really our thing. So instead we took amazing photos outside, walked through the gardens and saved the ticket money. There was a Christmas market nearby, so obviously we walked through it. And then we headed to the legendary Angelina Paris, famous for its hot chocolate. We waited around 15 minutes for a table, ordered 1 hot chocolate, 1 ice cream cake. The bill was around €24.50, which is approximately £21.44. The hot chocolate was very sweet, but I've never tasted anything like it before. Now here's a time-saving tip. If you only want hot chocolate, you can get takeaway directly from the outside counter and skip the sitting queue. Next, we went to Galeries Lafayette, but not the one with the beautiful dome. We got confused and ended up at the wrong one. Classic tourist moment. We just strolled inside and then walked towards Arc de Triomphe. It was getting very cold, so we bought mufflers and shawls to survive the Paris winter. The next destination, the Queen herself, Eiffel Tower at night. We reached around 6:45 pm and waited until 7 pm to see it sparkle. And honestly, worth every frozen finger. We stayed about 30 minutes, took photos, and then explored the Christmas market right beside it. Snacks at the Christmas market was approx €20, which was £18. Festive food plus Eiffel Tower sparkling in the background. Core memory unlocked. We did a spontaneous photo shoot near the Eiffel Tower. A photographer approached us and offered €35 for 25 edited photos. Now, were they mind-blowing? Not really. Were they terrible? Also no. But for €35 in Paris, honestly, we didn't think it was expensive and we just wanted the experience. So if you're someone who wants professional couple pictures in Paris without paying hundreds of euros, this might be worth trying. And by then, it was late and very cold. So we took the bus back to the hotel, again included in the day pass, and ordered dinner from Deliveroo, which was €17, approx £15. And that concluded day 1 in Paris. Day 2 started cold, very cold, the kind of cold where you will question your trip decisions. We grabbed breakfast from a nearby cafe, 1 chicken baguette and 1 pistachio croissant, which costed around €7, £6.13. Then came a secret surprise my husband planned. He secretly planned a visit to the apartment from Emily in Paris. So if you're a fan, you know how exciting this is. We visited the famous apartment building in Place de El Estrapet. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and also saw Chef Gabriel's restaurant location. It was closed because it was Christmas Day, but the best part, there was almost no crowd. We got peaceful photos, no photo bombers, no rush. It was freezing by then, so we stopped at the cafe called The Coffee nearby. We ordered one coffee and a cake, a hot chocolate. Total costed us 14.90 euros, which was approx 13.04 pounds. It had amazing reviews online and we completely agree. Perfect cozy break. Next was lunch, and this was honestly one of the highlights of our entire Paris trip. We had a booking at a vegan restaurant called Apeti. If you're looking for vegan food in Paris, save this. We ordered a specialty refreshing drink of the day. So good, my husband ordered two. Two dishes that we honestly didn't fully understand from the menu, but when they arrived, oh my god, everything was beautifully presented, flavorful, and unique. The owner even had a lovely conversation with us and gave us recommendations for must visit places in Paris. Total bill 36 euros, which is approx 31 pounds. For the quality and experience, 100% worth it. Highly recommend. After lunch, we stopped by a souvenir shop and bought magnets, shot glasses, and small keepsakes. Total was approx 22 euros, which is 19.27 pounds. Little things, but they add up, so include this in your travel budget. And then we went to Carrot, another must-try bakery cafe in Paris. The queue was super long, so instead of waiting, we just grabbed takeaway. We ordered a hot chocolate, cake, and some cookies. Everything was quite sweet, very Parisian style, but it was a nice experience to tick off the list. It costed us 21 euros, which was approx 19 pounds. Since we were leaving for our next destination the next day, we decided to visit Eiffel Tower one more time. And honestly, no matter how many times you see it, it will still feel magical. We ended our day 2 at the rooftop restaurant at Eclos Paris called the French Keys. We had read amazing reviews and it did not disappoint. We ordered one onion soup, a dish called Kiss and Croc, and a mocktail. It costed us total 34 euros, which was approx 29.77 pounds, and this was probably our most authentic French cuisine experience so far. Day 3 was more of a transition day. We were saying goodbye to Central Paris and getting ready for Disneyland. We checked out from Eclos Paris in the morning after 2 really lovely days there. But now it was time to move closer to Disneyland Paris. We visited a cafe near the actual Galeries Lafayette, the one with the famous dome that we accidentally missed on day 1. We ordered one cheese croissant, a spinach tart, a tea latte. Total bill was approx 20.75 euros, which is 18.18 pounds. We then went inside the Galeries Lafayette after breakfast, and this time we were at the correct one. But it was very crowded, proper Christmas rush energy. We wandered around for a bit, soaked in the festive atmosphere, and then made our way to the Aria train line inside the mall station. We took the Aria train to Marne-la Valley, which is the area near Disneyland. Ticket price costed around 2 euros each, and the journey time was around 1 hour. And honestly, that was such a smart decision, because instead of waking up extremely early the next morning and traveling from central Paris, we decided to shift closer to Disneyland on day 3 afternoon itself. We stayed at the B&B Hotel Marne-la Valley. We managed to grab a great deal because it was the anniversary offer. So we got 2 nights with breakfast included, late checkout until 2 p.m. on Sunday in a Christmas week, and it was total 150 pounds. Now, I would say including city tax, it costed us around 175 pounds. Now, if you have looked at Disney area hotels during Christmas, you know that this is a steal. The bus stop was just a 3-minute walk from the hotel, and the bus took only 20 minutes to reach Disneyland. It was honestly perfect. Since we just checked in, we ordered Subway from Deliveroo, light lunch, which was approx 17 euros, costing 15 pounds. After freshening up, we headed to Disney Village, which is the shopping and restaurant area outside Disneyland Paris. We did not enter Disneyland yet. We just walked around, explored the shops, saw the Disneyland hotels from outside, and honestly, that walk to the Disneyland gate, knowing we were going inside the next morning, was such a special feeling. evening, we were craving Indian food. So, yes, in the middle of France, near Disneyland, we ordered biryani. The dinner costed us around 18 euros, which was approximately 16.32 pounds, and that wrapped up day 3. It was a slower day, a practical day, but a very smart planning day. And then it was finally a Disneyland Paris. We woke up early, very early. Breakfast at the hotel started around 7:30 a.m. Was it the best breakfast ever? Not really. Was it enough to fuel us for start at Disneyland? Absolutely. We took the 8:03 a.m. bus from near the hotel. The bus was just 3 minutes away, super convenient, and it took about 20 minutes to reach Disneyland Paris. We wanted to reach early to beat the crowd, and guess what? We actually managed to stand within the first 5 rows at the entrance, and that made a huge difference. Our Disneyland tickets costed us £85 per person. Considering it was Christmas season, we felt it was reasonable. Now here's the thing. My husband came prepared. He had a full Disneyland ride strategy plan. So if you want a separate video on how to cover maximum rides with minimum waiting time, comment below and I'll make one. Once the gates opened, everything just felt magical. The music, the castle, the decorations, the Christmas vibe. Even if you're not a big Disney person, it's impossible not to feel something when you walk in. We followed our strategy, prioritized the most popular rides first, and it honestly saved us so much waiting time. For lunch, we ate at Hakuna Matata. The total bill was approx 28 euros, which is 24 pounds. Of course, you cannot go to Disneyland and not snack, right? So we grabbed some crepes and sandwiches during the day, which added about 20 euros more in total. So right before the fireworks, we bought like 2 Mickey-shaped sandwiches, which costed us approx 10.50 euros, 9.28 pounds. And then the fireworks started. I don't even know how to describe it properly. The lights, the music, the projections on the castle. It was honestly the most magical fireworks show I've ever seen in my life. After the fireworks, we took the bus back to the hotel. And when I say we slept immediately, I mean zero energy left. Disneyland is not a joke. It's a full day cardio workout disguised as fun. And just like that, it was a final morning in France. No alarms rushing us, no early queues, no ride strategy. Just a slow, peaceful start. Since we had a late checkout option until 2 pm and our Eurostar train back to London was at 6 pm, we didn't have to rush at all. We had a relaxed breakfast at the hotel. After breakfast, we stepped out for a short walk around the area near the hotel. Nothing dramatic, no big attractions. Just walking slowly, taking in the last few hours of French air. And after that, we headed straight to our Gare du Nord station. We grabbed our final meal before boarding. Tacos from the fresh burritos, which costed us around 28 euros, approximately 24 pounds. And dessert from Aux Marbilliox de Fred. We packed everything and saved it for the train. Because somehow, food tastes better when you're eating it on a tray, heading home from a trip. And just like that, our 5 days in Paris and Disneyland came to an end. It was festive, it was exciting, it was slightly cold, and it was completely worth it. Okay, now let's talk about numbers, but in a friendly way, not like a spreadsheet. Here's roughly what we spent per person for 5 days, Christmas season, Paris plus Disneyland, traveling from the UK. Transport, Eurostar equals to 300 pounds. Local transport, day passes, RER trains, buses, which was approximately 60 pounds. Hotels, Eclo Paris, 2 nights costed us 115 pounds. If you include city tax plus early check-in, it was 20 pounds more. B&B hotel near Disneyland costed us around 175 pounds, including VAT and city tax. Food and snacks, which included breakfast, lunch, dinners, coffees, hot chocolate, crepes, etc., costed us approx 200 pounds. Experiences and extras like souvenirs costed us 20 pounds. Eiffel Tower photo shoot costed us around 30 pounds. Oh, and not to forget the Disneyland tickets, which costed us approx 170 pounds. So, including some more miscellaneous expenses, approximate total per couple was approximately 1200 pounds to 1300. And honestly, for Christmas in Paris and Disneyland, I think that's a pretty reasonable price. You get magic, memories, and experiences you will never forget. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. This is my very first video, and your support genuinely means everything. And tell me, would you do Paris at Christmas?